Hey guys, and welcome to Learning Math. Today I'll be going over chicken and rabbit problems, so let's get into it. So, what is chicken and rabbit's problem? Well, in these types of problems, we know two objects, and the two objects together value, and the two objects together quantity. So, we'll learn more about this in an example of total heads is 72, total legs is 200, and it's chicken and rabbits. Okay, so the two objects we know is chicken and rabbit. Together, two objects together quantity is 72, and two objects together value is 200. Also, they're chicken and rabbits, but it's not always going to be chicken and rabbit. This is just a nickname for the problems because they usually come in problems. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is write down the number of heads each has. Each has one head because that's how animals are. They have one head. Now, how about the legs? Because we also have to find out the legs. The legs, I know chicken has 2 legs and rabbit has 4. So that's the only thing we can work with. So let's choose the bigger number for this example and we'll move on to a smaller number on the other example. Okay, so this is 4 right here. Now we're going to multiply 4 and 72. Let me do this with another marker, which is 288. Now what we're going to do is 288 minus 200. And we get how many extra legs there are that we counted. There's 88 extra legs. Okay, now what we're going to do is subtract these two. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. And then divide this to find out how many chickens there are. We started with rabbit, but we're always going to find the opposite. So if we start with rabbit, it's going to be chicken. If we start with chicken, it's going to be rabbit. The end, what we're going to find out. So 88 divided by 2 just equal to 44, as you can see. Okay, that means there's 44 chickens. So I'll write chickens is equal to 44. Now how do you find the rabbits? What we can do is subtract 72 and 44. And we get 28 rabbits. Now that we know this, let's move on to another example. Of number of vehicles is 24, number of wheels is 76, and they're both cars and motorcycles. Why are they cars and motorcycles? Just because it says chicken and rabbit, that's just a nickname, but it can be anything, nickel and dime, cars and motorcycles, or chicken and rabbits. So, how many vehicles are in cars? That's just one vehicle. How about motorcycles? That's also one vehicle. How about wheels? This is 4, and this is 2. Since I took a bigger example in the other example, so let's take a smaller example for this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this by the number of vehicles. So 2 times 24, which is equal to 48. And then now take the number of wheels and subtract it. And we get 28. So that means we have 28 less. Okay, now what we're going to do is subtract them as we did. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then divide 28 and 2. So 28, 1, 2, 8, and we get 14. This is going to be 14 cars. And how many motorcycles? What we can do is subtract it. 24 minus 14 is 10. That means motorcycles is equal to 10 and cars is equal to 14. So let's just write this here. Cars. We can even check this. Here, I'll show you why in a moment. Okay, how are we going to check it? Well, all we got to do, take the number of cars, multiply by how many wheels there are. So 14 multiplied by 4. 56. Now motorcycles. 10 multiplied by 2. Because there's 10 and there's 2 wheels on a motorcycle. So it's 20. Because when you multiply. And when we add this, we get 76. So that matches with what we have. But now let's check if the number of vehicles is fine. All we gotta do is add these two, and this is 24, which works. Now that we know this, let's move on to another way. And we can use motorcycles or cars, depending on which one feels good to use, like which one's more comfortable to you. Mine is the bigger number, but that's fine because everyone has different opinions. The next way is algebraic. So here's an example. Number of bills is 30. Amount of money is $120 and $2 and $5 bills. Okay, so let's check if this matches. Two objects, these two. Two objects together quantity, number of bills, which works. And two objects together value is 120. So everything is fine here. Okay, now in the algebraic way, the other way, what we're gonna do is replace the amount of $2 bills and the amount of $5 bills. So let's call that, let's say, Z, or actually Y, so we don't get mixed up with 2 and Z. Okay, so Y plus the amount of $5 bills, let's say that's called X, is equal to 30, as you can see here. And to make this more, amount of $2 bills, and X is amount of $5 bills. Okay, X plus Y is 30, and amount of money is 120. So basically, Y to Y, because the amount of $2 bills multiplied by 2 is the total value of them. And then you have to add also 5x, because this is for 5, is equal to $120. Or we can also write dollars here to make it not that confusing. Okay, now we're gonna take one variable the same. Let's say y is the same. So what can we do to make this into 2y? We can multiply this whole thing by 2, because we cannot just multiply y by 2, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so 2y plus 2x is equal to 2 times 30, 60. And what's our other equation? 2y, here, let me write it at the top. 2y plus 5x is equal to 120. So what do we notice here? We can just subtract it and we'll cancel out 2y. So 2y minus 2y is just equal to 0y, which is nothing. 5x minus 2x is equal to 3x. And this is equal to 120 minus 60, which is 60. So 3x is equal to 60. Now if we know that, what we can do is bring this 3 to the other side and it becomes divide. So x is equal to 60 divided by 3, which means x is equal to 20. That means the amount of $5 bills is equal to 20. Okay, now how much about the amount of $Y bills, which is $2 bills, is just going to be 30 minus 20, which is equal to 10. So that means Y is equal to 10. But we can't just write it like this. We have to replace the values. So we have to write number of $2 bills. So I'll just write 2 bills is equal to, you can see there, is equal to 10. And $5 bills is equal to 20. Like I said, you can use any of these algebraic ways or the assumption way. But right now, I like to use the assumption way instead of the algebraic way, but it's up to you. Okay, but we can even recheck this. What we have to do, 10 plus 20 is 30, which is right here. So our first object is correct. Now our second, 120. Okay, let's check. We have to do 2 multiplied by 10, which is equal to 20. And then 5 multiplied by 20, which is equal to 100. If we add these, we get 120, which is what we want. So that means this is correct. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to watch more math videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel. And see you next time.